in this session we're going to be looking at powers, standard form, and surds. Okay, so what does indices mean? Indices simply means, suppose you have 4 to the power of 6, for example. This number here is called an index. So 4 as an index of 6. Okay, well, an index, what's an index also means how many times can I multiply 4 to get my answer. In this case, I need to multiply 4 6 times to get my answer. So 4 to the power of 6 equals 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 as an index of 6. Suppose you're given 6 to the power of 4. Well, 6 as an index of 4. There are two special powers as well. So index simply means power, and the plural for index is indices. So index singular, indices plural. Indices also means power. Okay, there are two special powers. And that's to the 5 to the power of 1 equals 5, and 5 to the power of 0 is always 1. If you can remember this, and I hope you do, it is very vital in any examples or any question you're going to come across. So anything to the power of 1, in other words, let's say let n equals a number. N to the power of 1 would always give you n, and n to the power of 0 is 1. If you can remember that, you're well on the way to solve any problem in using indices. Okay, what about negative indices? Okay, I'm gonna scroll down. So negative indices. Okay, suppose you're given x to the power of minus a. Well, this is the same as 1 over x to the power of a. Let's use an example. I think that would be better. So 5 to the minus 2 is the same as 1 over 5 squared. 3 to the power of 1 is 1 over 3. And suppose we're given 5x to the minus 2 is simply 5 over x squared. Okay, suppose we're given, let's do some examples now. So let's do example 1. Alright, so we're given rewrite the following in the form 2 to the n. Alright, so we're given a is 8, b is 1 over 4, c minus 32, and d minus 1 over 64. Okay, so solutions. A is, it can be written as a product of 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 to the power of 3. B can be written as, well, 1 over 4 is the same as 1 over 2 times 2, which is 1 over 2 squared. Remember what I said about negative indices? So we can rewrite this as, well, you know from here that we can rewrite this as 2 to the power of minus 2. Okay, so C can be written as minus 32 equals, well, that's minus bracket 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32. So this is minus 2 to the power of 5, because we got 5 of them there. And then D, well, obviously D is a square number, so 1 over 64 is, from what we've been doing so far, is minus 1 over 2 to the power of 6. Well, we can rewrite this as 2 to the minus 2 to the minus 6. Okay, moving on to the next one. Suppose, well, we've got rules for multiplying and dividing numbers in index form. Okay, so I'm going to move further down now. Okay, let's clear that off. So rules for multiplying and dividing in index form. Okay, suppose we're given 3 to the power of 4 times 3 to the power of 5. Well, it's very simple because these two are the same. It makes it very easy. I'm gonna show you exactly how easy it is. Okay, I've got 3 to the power of 4, so we're gonna do 3 to the power of 4 is, so 3 to the power of 4 equals 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, and then 3 to the power of 5 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, so if we're multiplying those together, if I multiply this whole lot by this whole lot, we'll have 3 to the 4 times 3 to the 5. We'll have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times this bit now. So this bit here, let's multiply that, times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, so if we count all of those, you can see that we have 3 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 to the power of 9, right? Can you see now that it's so easy to do? If you notice, if we simply do 3 to the times 3, and then we've got 4 and 5. Well, you can see that if we take out a factor of 3 and we add 4 plus 5, it gives us exactly 3 to the 9, which is the same as what we did here. So from now on, every time you see 2 to the power of something times 2 to the power of another thing, all you gotta do is 2 bracket 4 plus 5. So if we did an annotation, then that's basically it, really, isn't it? Okay, let's try dividing. So this is dividing now. Suppose we're given a to the power 4 divided by a to the power 3. Well, a times a times a times a divided by a times a times a. Well, a goes there 1, 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 a goes there 1. So we're left with a. Well, you can also see straight away that when you're dividing, if we took away a bracket 4 minus 3, it gives me a to the 1, which is the same as that. So when you're given an expression in index form, if these two numbers are the same, or these two letters are the same, we simply take away. If we have a divide sign, we simply take away. It's that simple. So I can write this as a to the x divided by a to the y is always a bracket x minus y. And for multiplication, a to the x times a to the y, I simply do a bracket x plus y. Well, from the example you can see how easy this is to do. The final one that we're going to go through is, suppose you're given a to the 2 to the a squared bracket 3. Well, we simply do a to the 2 times a times 3, which gives us a to the 6. And let me show you why that is. A squared is a times a, and then if we did that, 3 lots of that, it gives us a to the 6, which is the same thing as that. So we can say a to the x bracket y is the same as a x times y, which is a xy. And those are the simple annotation for index form when we multiply and we divide them. Thank you for watching this video. Hope it helps. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/cmac.